how's it going? Cesar Rodriguez here, and in this video, I want to give you a couple tips on how you should dress when you're out there cold market prospecting. In other words, going out and meeting and greeting strangers, talking business, breaking the ice with people that you've never met, and then bringing up your business in the conversation with the intent to get their number and to follow up with them later. So this is a very controversial topic, and I'm gonna take probably a couple controversial views on it. Now, again, take everything that I say with a grain of salt or take it to the bank. The choice is yours. Feel free to, of course, listen to anything that your upline leadership or any other mentors of yours have told you before, but I'm just gonna offer some new, maybe fresh perspectives. Now, one of the things that you'll see if you ever read anything about this subject, you might hear people say, dress for success. Dress one level up above whatever your prospect's wearing. That's pretty good advice. So for example, if you are targeting people that tend to be wearing, just regular t-shirts, maybe you wear a polo shirt. It'll just still make you relatable, but you'll be maybe just one level up in the echelon of your professionalism with them. Now, here's another tip. That's one tip. Now let me give you another one. Very important to not totally overdress. Now, this is a little controversial. Some people say, hey man, dress up, be in a suit, suit and tie out in the hot weather. Listen, you can intimidate people like that. I remember when I was first in the network marketing direct sales industry, I was 21 years old. I remember my mentor, he always dressed in a suit and tie, looked crisp all the time. And then one day I said to him, Larry, we're kind of selling lifestyle, and I think you and I dressing up so much, we're a little intimidating. We're really not, are we trying to sell a lifestyle where, in the hot Wilmington, North Carolina summer where we're at, where you got to dress at a certain timing? Heck, I'm uncomfortable. Are you uncomfortable? We both kind of agreed with that. And then we immediately changed and said, let's be casual. We're selling lifestyle. Let's dress like we're on vacation. And the minute we started doing that, we saw a surge in the openness of our prospects and the receptiveness, because now all of a sudden it's like, hey man, we're living the life. Why don't you come live this life too? So there's another perspective that you may want to consider. It's not always important to, dress sharp. Sometimes you can get a total opposite effect by selling a lifestyle, like if you're in your network marketing or something like that. Now, if you're selling financial services or something really serious, maybe go ahead and dress in that attire as the other professionals in your particular industry do. But at the same time, if you're out there recruiting and offering opportunity, don't be afraid to have a little fun and dress light. I want to give you another tip, and this is huge. Don't ever let your attire affect your prospecting. See, it's all up here. When you lack confidence, I remember reading a book a long time ago. They said when you lack confidence, you can cover that lack of confidence and those insecurities in very professional, nice attire. And it's true, right? You dress up, you feel a little bit more confident, but you want to get to the point where it doesn't matter what you're wearing. See, I prospect like this. I prospect in shorts and flip-flops. It doesn't matter. The number one guy that I recruited in my business years ago, I was wearing a cutoff t-shirt, a visor ball cap, and I was parked next to my crappy Saturn vehicle, right? I drove like a busted up 96 Saturn, and he was like in an Escalade. I could have said, oh, well, I'm not really dressed properly to prospect this guy. Maybe I should just skip this one because he's not going to take me seriously. But no, I wear my confidence on the inside, and so should you. Confidence comes from within. I went ahead and I approached him anyway, and that ended up being the top guy that ended up joining that business for me. And he was totally dressed sharp, and I totally wasn't. So a lot of times what I see, and the reason I bring this up, is I see way too often people getting intimidated and not approaching folks because of how they're dressed, and they're thinking, well, I'm not really in the right attire right now. Man, you need to scratch that and recognize that, hey, they're gonna buy your posture and your confidence. There's so many times that I prospect people that are dressed up really sharp, and I love dressing down. I'll be in shorts, and it's funny, I pulled a guy's number recently, and he was like a professional. He was in insurance and financial services. And I met him, and we were at a post office, and I just looked at him, and this is how I broke the ice with him. I said, man, dude, you are dressed super sharp. Dude, what do you do? I remember I used to have to dress like that, dressed in the shirt and tie and the suit. Man, I remember those days. What do you do? And right then and there, I immediately said, hey, I used to do what you did. So I had some rapport, but it's almost like I've evolved past that. What do you do? And that brought up the conversation. And you know what he said? He goes, well, man, yeah, oh, thanks. Thanks for the clothes. But yeah, man, I'd much rather be dressed like you. What do you do? You see that? I just completely reversed the roles, and that was my icebreaker. So again, don't ever be afraid to prospect when you're dressed down. Feel free to follow any of the rules that your mentors are teaching you, but at the end of the day, it comes from within. So the general rules on prospecting, Here's the deal. Rules are meant to be broken. Take my advice with a grain of salt or take it to the bank. The choice is yours. Like I said earlier, I'm Cesar Rodriguez. Hope you enjoyed this video and this quick little training on how to dress for prospecting in the cold market. If you want more trainings like this, feel free to stop on by my blog at CesarLRodriguez.com. Pick up the free training that I've got on there. It's bad to the bone. You'll see it on the homepage, and feel free to subscribe to my YouTube channel as well if you want more videos from me. Take care, and I'll see you over the top.